Now, the rest of the story.
Well, snafu, guys. I was going through, had the JCB at my disposal. Well, we needed it for unloading a bunch of the seed. Well, seems how the grapple bucket was here, and there's a bunch of stuff around the farm that I haven't had a chance to get around to cleaning up. I got about half of it, some of it, most of it, a little bit of it cleaned up. And like I've said before, you guys are looking into the sun, but having a grapple bucket like this, it just gives you so much more versatility with a skid steer. I mean, the Bobcat does it too, but the JCB's lift capacity is so much higher that it doesn't feel the grapple on the front of the machine like it does in the Bobcat. So what happened is, which is a pretty common occurrence, I hate to say it, but I couldn't keep the tine or the arms locked down. I couldn't pick them up. Well, we got a little bit of a problem there. It's happened before, and what I'm figuring what happened, it busted off the end of this fitting, which one-handed, broke that off flush, and my guess is, ooh, sharp. It crushed the hose here, and in turn yanked it down, which is really common because when you got everything that's going on here between the raising and the lowering of the bucket when you're picking it back and everything else like that, it's a pinch point in here, and the hoses tend to get in there and they catch and then they get destroyed. So what I'm going to do is, it's really straightforward. I mean, loosen it there, probably take that fitting off so he knows what size I need, and I'm just going to have my local parts guy make me a new one. So this will be out of commission for 2-3 days, because if I take the hose up to him tonight, it's Saturday. It is Saturday, right? It'll be Monday, because he can take it to work, and then Monday night I can pick it back up when he comes home. Unless I absolutely need it, then I just take it up myself on Monday. But well, we got a few rocks I want to get picked up, but we don't need this grapple bucket for a whole lot. But when you can go to pick up metal and wood scraps and stuff like that, like just odds and ends around the farm, tearing out fence, cleaning up wood fence, like wood boards and panels and stuff like that. With enough experience running these or operating just with the grapple bucket, you can clean up a lot while being able to save your back a lot of wear and tear, which is pretty important to me. Seems how my back hurts pretty much all the time. So I'm gonna do this, that's done. What you guys missed this morning is I finished up my cab rearranging in the 4640. It's done, it's washed up, it's ready for the hood. I actually went through and I got it mounted in the cab. I'll probably show it to you some other day. But I got one mounted in that shelf that's in the 46, and I have one of these power strip adapters that basically all the new machines have it, I know, like the 82, the 46 does because we added it in, the Combine has one. It's just really handy being able to plug in your cell phone or even our GoPros, because my cell phone and my cameras have the same plug-in, so one cord I can charge whatever I need to charge. And it's that much less hassle having to carry an extra battery with me, or batteries with me. Plus, largely why I wanted it, if you guys aren't aware, haven't been around, or if you're new to the channel, I got the 4640 stuck last summer, late summer, August. And my phone died. I was in the middle of nowhere. I was 6 miles from home, and it was just pure luck that I got the text message out just as my phone died. So otherwise, I would have had a pretty good walk back home before I found any help. So let me get done with this and see if I can't include you guys in anything else for the rest of the day. Well, that's it for today, at least for the most part. I gotta go check cows. But the 82 and the 76 are pulled ahead. just about done with the 82. Engine, oil, and fuel filters are changed out. The air filters are good. Hydraulic oil filters, I thought I had both of them. Turns out I don't. I have them for the 76, which I have one up underneath the tractor here, which can be kind of a hassle to get to. You can see some of that $14,000 worth of repairs the 76 got last year. Just a little bit of everything. The other hydraulic filter is back here. Really easy to get to. Gonna change them both out. Have to go through, do the engine air filters yet, which are right there. And then had already gone through and taken the air hose to the cabs of both these tractors. 76 is obviously worse than the 82. This is actually going to get the scrub brush and the hot water hose yet. The 82 doesn't need it, just the air hose. Armor all the cab, wash the windows inside and out, and then the tractor itself is going to get washed. Then the windows will be cleaned last, you know, for water spots. 76, similar program. I mean, the whole tractor in itself, I mean, we've been using it for hauling manure and feeding cows through the wet and muddy spell of spring that we have every year. And we just, when it gets to where we can't exactly put bales in with the skid steer, the tractor has to do it. There's just no way around it. Gonna go through and probably wash these off tomorrow and grease them both, and they'll be done, ready for field work. We don't have to go through and clean these off. I mean, I know it's pretty popular on social media, I mean, to show pictures of your all polished up tractors, but I know there's some people out there that just go to field with them looking like this, that have no problem with it, because it's a tool, it's a machine, it's meant to be used and not necessarily be clean. But I don't know if it does something for my mental health, but I definitely do prefer having the tractors cleaned up. I mean, it's nice, it's a lot nicer to be running a clean cab, a clean machine going across the field than a machine that's covered in manure and dust and dirt and grime and dust particles that you're hoping are just dust particles flying through the air, but unlikely. Just that. Starting to see some wear and tear on my tires. Not really crazy about that, to be completely honest with you, but I bought them to use them, and when they wear out, I'll put 2 new ones on it. They are Michelin's, wearing out really nice. Speaking of tires, look at that. The 82 has some new skins. Just put them on 2 days ago. Still have all the little nubs on them. This tractor, doesn't really see a whole lot of road use other than immediately in the spring and the fall. I mean, it's your typical high horsepower, like heavy lugging tractor. But what we did is the inner duals, the inner tires were moved out to the duals, and then the new tires were put on the inside. So you can see there's quite a bit of life on them yet, and these are probably going to burn off in a year or two, unfortunately. But then I will be replacing them with Michelin's. Longer wear life. They wear longer. As opposed to, these are the Titans, and they really just burned right down to nothing. The duals, they actually already took them. Unimpressed. We could have gotten maybe another year out of them, but they really wouldn't have been serving their purpose. But once we get done with this, between fencing, I gotta scrub the 76 down. It really needs it. I gotta spread fertilizer with it. Hay fertilizer with it here probably Monday, Tuesday, if the rain holds off, if we get any rain, and it'll be the start of the year. So I'm looking forward to it. I got to keep babying this tractor. I mean, it gets used regularly, but I do keep going back and forth in my mind where I'm going to end up with this tractor. It's the first tractor I bought. It has a lot of sentimental value, I guess we could say. Just like my grandpa's 4230, it wasn't his first tractor, but it was his tractor, and the 7600 is just my tractor. Even if I go and buy something else, which I eventually will, I paid $47,500 for the 76. It had 4,000 hours on it. There's a 7810 south of here with 4,400 hours on it. Power shift, basically the same tractor, just a 7810 for $83,000. Got really close to buying that one. I actually held myself back on that, but as far as the 76, it's just under 9,000 hours. I mean, we're gonna hit 9,000 before we get to hay season, and I'd say we're about half life of this tractor. I mean, within reason. To me, I was thinking anywhere between 16 to 20,000 hours before I'd really strongly consider getting rid of this tractor. It's one thing if it really starts to nickel and dime me, where it's $1,000 every spring, every fall, every time I go to use it, there's just something wrong with it. That's why I'm trying to stay on top of it. The $14,000 bill, it was a little bit of everything. I mean, just stuff that was starting to get worn down, and it was time to just do something about it. And that's probably, to be honest, what I'm gonna keep doing. Just gonna keep putting parts towards it. If I need to rebuild the transmission, which I think we're 2 years out on that. The engine, I will rebuild the engine. I just don't know if I really want to get rid of it. It's a nice all-around tractor. And when you're talking about new machines that are, it used to be $100,000 for, you know, another tractor, and now you're talking $200,000 for even a chore tractor. The ones I were looking at, which, you know, they're the newest tractors, but 6250Rs, 6230Rs, and that's just because I was thumbing through Tractor House and I saw that, I mean, that was like new out there, which I would say that'd probably be along the lines of something I'd really consider for buying. Not that tractor, but like horsepower and tractor size wise. Horsepower, when it comes to field work, I would much rather have more horsepower in a smaller tractor than not enough horsepower and then be wondering what I got myself into when I'm trying to pull something I probably shouldn't be. So I don't know. The 76 has a lot of years left on the farm yet. I just would like to fill the shed up with more stuff. So, and we're getting there. We're really getting there with prices and everything else that is going on right now. Equipment purchases are becoming more and more of a thing. I haven't done a video on the stock trailer. I probably won't. Go to How Farmers Work if you want to see a video on the new, was it S&S stock trailer. So worth it. But I got to get going. It's 6:15, and I guess we'll have to wait and see if I do a live stream yet tonight. So for those of you that are watching, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. For those of you that are serious viewers or just tuning in that think you like the channel, it keeps us relevant. If we are no longer relevant in a certain amount of time, this channel is probably going to be to the end of it. So with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you guys later.